Welcome back to the world that was, and today's battle report between the Empire and the Ogre Kingdoms. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us for today's game between Ogre Kingdoms and the Empire. We are playing Battle for the Pass today, which is the one where you fight down the length of the board, with the long edges being impassable. You'll notice there's some festive decorations on the table. This is what happens when you let your family help set up the terrain. This should be coming out just before Christmas, and they wanted it to have a festive feel. I've managed to avoid having little Santa hats put on all the models, so this was the compromise. But yeah, bit more of a fun game today, just for some Christmas novelty. Not going to make any apologies for using the Ogres again. It is going to be sort of the third or fourth time in a row that they've been used. We want this channel to be the best that it can be. We hate it when we make mistakes. We are grateful when people point them out to us. And one of the ways that we think we can avoid making silly mistakes in the future is to get really, really comfortable with each army. So I'm enjoying using the Ogres at the minute. You'll see that there's a slight tweak on the list from before, but not too different. So they're just out for another outing, just getting really comfortable using them, making sure I don't make any silly mistakes, which spoil the game for you guys. So with that, let's take a look at both the armies.
My Empire army is led by Arch Lecter with great weapon, the armour of meteoric iron and a luckstone. I have level 4 wizard using the Law of Life. He has a Dispel Scroll and the Talisman of Endurance. My Captain BSB with the Enchanted Shield and Magic Sword and a Master Engineer. In core I have 12 crossbowmen with a Standard Bearer and then a big block of 40 halberdiers with full command. They have a detachment of 10 archers. I've got 10 Inner Circle Knights with Musician and Standard, and he's got the Standard of Discipline. We've got my 3 Demigryph Knights with a Musician, and finally a Great Cannon, Hellblaster, Volley Gun, and a Steam Tank.
And this is my 2,000 points of Ogres. It's not hugely different to the last army, just trying to tweak it and get a list that we're really happy with. It's got a level 4 Slaughtermaster using Law of the Great Moor. He's got the Dispel Scroll, Talisman of Endurance, Iron Curse Cycle I think on him as well. And we've got Bruiser, who is the General, Opal Amulet, Dragon Helm, Sword of Striking. BSB behind, he's got the Magic Banner, he's got the Standard of Discipline, so then he's just got a great weapon and heavy armour on him. They're all in the big unit, the Gut Star of 9 Iron Guts with Dragonhide Banner full command. And also supported by a unit of 9 Bulls, just with Iron Fists. They've got a Standard Bearer and Bellower. In special, we've got 3 Mournfang Cavalry. Haven't used these guys much, so just replacing the Rhinox Riders with them. They've got a Bellower, Heavy Armour, Iron Fists for good saves. We've got 2 Cats. 2 separate units and 3 Lead Belchers and the Iron Blaster. And that is 2,000 points of Ogres. Both armies are deployed for battle, starting with the Ogres. Have a look at them. We've got the Mournfang out on the flank with the Iron Blaster. Big unit of Gutstar Ogres, all the characters in that one. One of the Saber Tusks, the other unit of bulls, Saber Tusk and Leadbelcher facing down at this Empire army, who are a little bit more higgledy-piggledy, but they've got a bit more firepower, so just staggering themselves. Got the Hellblaster and Engineer out on one side. Inner Circle Knights, ready to come around this Wizard's Tower. Big unit of Halberdiers, the Arc Lector and BSB is in there, and the Wizard is with that detachment of archers next to him. Nice and close to the steam tank for his Law of Life attribute. Got a cannon right at the back. Demogryphs out on the other side with crossbowmen holding that flank. Before we roll for first turn, we'll just quickly whiz through the spells that we've got. Forgot to mention those earlier. So for the Ogres, managed to get Spine Marrow, Bone Crusher, which is the +1 strength. Bone Crusher is the magic missile. Bull Gorger, which is +1 strength, and Troll Guts. Cheryl, do you want to tell us what you got for the Empire?
Absolutely. You've got Earth Blood, Flesh to Stone, Throne of Vines, and Regrowth.
Cool. No scary dwellers for me, at least, in that one. Okay, so it's time to roll off to see who gets the first turn. The Empire managed to deploy first, so you're going to get +1 on this. Let's see what I get. Yeah, you've beaten me on that. Would you like to go first?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll come back for Empire, turn 1. Start of Empire, turn 1. Any charges?
No charges.
No, I think everything's going to be well out of range anyway. So we'll go on to your steam points for the steam tank. How many are you going to try and generate?
4.
Okay, roll the artillery. 4, yeah, you're fine. Okay, let you spend those how you need to. Get the movement done. Come back for some magic. Movement for the Empire is complete. Steam tank just used one of its steam points to shuffle forward just 2 inches. He's lined up for a shot down on the bruiser. Everything else is just sort of shuffled forwards a little bit. Really nice have come around on this side. Demogryphs have pushed up forwards. Halberdiers have just shuffled about an inch, I think they moved, didn't they, forwards. Still a nice gap left in between the steam tank and the Demogryphs for the Great Cannon. Again, lining up on that Gutstar by the looks of things. Rolling for Winds of Magic. 5. Okay, see if you can channel. No, you can't. Can I? Yay, I can. So 5 dice each.
Okay, I'm going to play Throne of Vines and 3 dices.
3 dice. Yeah, wow. That's not cast, is it? What, you level 4, so that's 3. +4, 7. Not cast.
No.
End of the magic phase. Moving into the shooting phase after that abysmal magic. Starting with the steam tank. What are you aiming for?
There you go, 6 inches into your general.
6 inches short of the general. Okay, let's see. 8, you probably are going to hit him because his base is going to be about 2 inches wide. And how far do you bounce? 10, yeah, so you've hit him and you've gone straight through the unit. Okay, let's see if you can wound him. Looking for 2, which you can. Now I do have the Opal Amulet because none of my other stuff's going to save me. 4-up save, yes, I've saved it, and because he survives, it doesn't continue to bounce through onto the rest of the unit. So that was good for me, but you've used up my Opal Amulet, so that's that one gone. I guess we're going to do the same again with the Great Cannon, although I think that's probably going to have to go down on the other side of the unit. Is that what we're doing with him?
It is indeed.
Okay, same distance, going for 6 inches short of the unit.
That's the one.
4, so you're 2 inches off the front of the unit, looking for a good bounce. And 4, yep, you've hit, so it's going to take you through 2 models. Can you wound these? Looking for 2s. Oh, we should have done the first one first, really, shouldn't we? But yes, they're both wounded, and then your D6 wounds on the first one. Only does a wound, so it doesn't go through to the second. It's just 1 wound done on my front guy. I would have taken a look out there on the champion, actually. Let's see if he can get out of the way. He can. So 1 wound done. That was not brilliant for you, really. Got the crossbowmen over on that side. They're going to be in range of the Leadbelchers if you're going to aim down for them.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Crossbowmen have fired, managed to inflict 2 wounds down on the Leadbelchers down there, and that takes us to the end of Empire Turn 1. Hellblaster's not quite in range, and you got range 24, so just short at the moment. That's it. I think I've got off quite lightly there. Let's see what I can do in Ogres Turn 1. Ogre movement is complete. Weren't any charges. The Mornfang have moved up. They are still just outside 24 inches from the Hellblaster, so safe from that. I'm going to try and really tempt those knights. It will be a long charge for them. Big unit of Iron Guts with all the characters is pushed forward, as has the other unit of Bulls with the 2 Saber Tusks to try and help redirect any of the charges from the Demogryphs. And the Lead Belchers have not marched, just moved forwards so they can still shoot down at the crossbowmen or perhaps into the Demogryphs as well. We'll have a look. So, moving on to Magic phase. Winds of Magic. Oh, wow. Okay, no point in me trying to channel. Let's have a go at channeling, and I'll think what I'm going to cast. No channels for Shell. We did let the Arc Lecter have a go as well, which we did forget last turn. But yeah, no channels from either of those two. Also, just worth mentioning that some of you are probably shouting at the screen anyway. When the steam tank shot down and I took the hit on the Bruiser, could have taken a Lookout Sir on that, I know. But I was hopeful that with the Opal Amulet, I was going to stop it as it did and not suffer any casualties. If I'd taken the Lookout Sir, we risk it going through and potentially kill him for Ogres, or I know the bounce wasn't that far, but anyway, that's why we took it on the Opal Amulet. It's been used up, maybe that was a mistake, time will tell. Anyway, into Magic proper. I don't have much that's going to do a big impact at the minute, but we're going to try 6 dice in, boosted Troll Guts, that's going to give me the regen on everybody round here. Cast on a 20. Well, I'm looking for... Oh, man. Magic is not good for us so far, is it? What's that? 2, 4, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, plus 4. No, that's not cast. So that's the end of my Magic phase. What a disappointing Magic phase for both of us. Even with 12 dice, I can't cast a spell. Shooting phase. Lead Belchers have fired. Only managed to kill 1 crossbowman. Moving on to the Iron Blaster, which is lining up on the Steam Tank. I'm going 6 inches short of the front of it. So I'm 4 inches short of the front. Can re-roll the bounce. Yeah, 6. I've hit it. I don't think a bigger bounce is going to make any difference. 2, yeah, I'll take the 6. So we've hit it. Looking for 2 to wound. Yes, we've wounded you. There's no save on this. D6 wounds. Only 2. Okay, let's just start chipping that one down. With it, that is going to be the end of the turn. There's no combat here yet, so we'll come back for Empire turn 2. Empire turn 2. Any charges?
Nope, no charges.
Steam points then on your Steam Tank. How many are you going to try and go for?
4.
Okay. Oh dear. Okay. That's for... Roll the D3, add 4 to it. Oh, okay, it's only a 5. D3 Steam points are lost. You generated 4, so at least you're going to have 1 left over. How many do you lose? 3. So you've got 1 Steam point left on the tank to use this turn. Okay. Movement phase is complete. Not much has moved, and that has gone backwards. Moving into Magic. Let's roll for Winds of Magic. See how strong they are. Okay, try your 2 channels. Try mine. Nope, not for me. And not for you. Magic phase, what are you starting off with?
Throne of Vines.
Yep, okay, how many dice?
3.
Go for it. Yeah, what's that? 9, 10, 11. It's cast. Oh, I just hate that spell so much. I'm going to try and dispel it with 2. Which is 5, 9. I have not dispelled it. And I can't use him to dispel anymore. So Throne of Vines is off. Take your lore attribute you're going to use on the Steam Tank.
Yes.
Which puts him back up to 9. Very nice. Okay. What are you going with next then?
Flesh to Stone.
Okay. Who's that going on?
Demigryphs.
Okay.
2 dice.
2 dice. 5 plus your 4 is 9. You've cast it. Gonna have to try and dispel that with what have you got left? Yeah, try and dispel that. Not with a 3. Okay, they're on. I think it becomes +4 toughness with Throne of Vines, doesn't it? So that's disgusting. And again, I take it you're using the lore attribute on the Steam Tank.
Yeah.
Of course. He's back up to full wounds. Horrible. Anything else?
Yep. Earthblood.
Okay.
And 2 dice.
That's 2. 6 cast. You've got that one off as well. Thankfully, there's nobody left to heal any more wounds on, but they've got the 5-up regen. I'd say that was a pretty successful magic phase for you there. Moving into the shooting phase, starting with Steam Tank.
Yep, 12 inches as far as we can
Yeah, you've only got the 1 steam point. Okay, you need a nice big roll on this first one. 2, that's not it. Okay, so you're on 14 inches. You need a really big bounce now. 10. Let's double check. I think you might just have caught me. That's going to take you what? 24 inches. Yeah, you have. You've gone through 3 of them. So we'll do these one at a time, just so that we know if you kill the first one. So roll to ruin the first one. Hoping things go better with the second, or the great cannon, second cannon shot. Going down into unit of bulls here. 8 inches short of his base. Let's see how far you go. Oh dear. Not your turn, is it? Not your turn. See what you've done to yourself. Hoping for a change in fortunes. Hellblaster is going down into the Iron Blaster, which is just in range. Mournfangs are just out. Engineer's helping it along with its shots here. So how many shots are you getting? 8 and 16 and nice. Very good. 26 shots. Okay. 26 shots hitting on 4s. Oh, one's missed, even though you had a nice tray to aim for. And looking for 5s to wound. No saves here due to the armor piercing. You've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one was 4 wounds done on him. I've got 1 wound remaining. That was pretty successful. Let your crossbowmen have their shots and the archers. You'll probably pick off a saber tusk, and that's going to take us to the end of the turn. So that shooting went remarkably well. The crossbowmen have finished off, or done 3 wounds on the ogres. So I've got a panic test there as I've lost 25%, which I've failed. So they're turning around and running 7 inches away. And then the archers incredibly managed to get 2 hits and 2 wounds onto the saber tusk that was there, which now means panic for the saber tusk and the other unit. So my big unit is going to be leadership 9 due to the general standard of discipline, and I've got my BSB here. So big unit 9 re-rollable, which has passed on a snake eyes, and then it's going to be the same for him as I'm within 12 inches as well. Thankfully, he holds. Ogre's turn 2 movement is complete. There were no charges declared. Everything else has continued to go forwards. The Iron Blasters, Lead Belchers over on that side failed to rally and continued their run away. Closing the gap on this Empire army. Let's see, going to have to withstand another turn of that magic and firepower though. Talking magic, let's see, my wins are 8. Very nice. Can I channel? No, I can't. Shall try her 2 channels and I'll have to decide what my spells are. Starting off my magic phase with 3 dicing Bone Crusher onto the Steam Tank. 2d6 strength 2 hits with no armor save. That is 6, 7, 8, 12. It's cast. No, you're going to shake it head, letting that one go. Okay. 2d6 hits for 7. Okay. 3, 6, 7. I am looking for 6s to wound, but any of these go through with no armor save for not a single one. Wisely ignored then. Law attribute. Yep. I get +1 on my next casting attempt, which is going to be... It's going to be Troll Guts on himself, on his own unit. 4 dice in this. It's not a hugely number, so that's 10, 11, 15. It is cast. Gonna try and dispel that one?
Yes.
Okay. How many of your dice are you going to throw at it?
6.
All of them. Okay.
Get them all.
What have I got? 15 we said, didn't we? Yep. So 16 with my +1. Yeah, you've easily beaten me there. Okay, that one's gone. I've got 1 dice left. I'm going to try and get rid of Throne of Vines. It's cast on an 8, so I'm looking for a 4+ to get rid of it. Yay! 6. At least Throne of Vines is gone for your next turn. Okay, end of magic. We'll go into shooting. I don't have anything with those guys still fleeing over there. However, my Iron Blaster is lined up on the knights. We're going to go 8 inches short of the front of the base. So the first shot. So I'm 4 inches short from the front, and I can re-roll the bounce. So 6 would hit. Yeah, I'll take the 6, which will probably go through for hitting 2. Morse to wound. Oh, 1. Slain knight. Empire turn 3. Do we have any charges this turn?
We do. My knight's going into your Morfang.
Yep, I am going to hold. Is that the only one?
Yeah.
Okay. We've measured. They can't fail. They are less than 8 inches away. So with a 7, and then you rolling dice, you're guaranteed to be in. So we'll get those guys to wheel. Come in. Whoops. And maximise. Okay, moving on to your compulsories then. How many steam points are you going for this time?
4.
Okay. Oh no, 2 times in a row. What have you done to yourself this time? It's a dangerous overpressure, which is actually not too bad, especially given you're on full wounds at the minute and with a life wizard. So you lose, you roll a d3, you lose that many wounds, but gain that many steam points. So go for it. It's the big 3, so you're down to 7 wounds, but you're on 7 steam points. Okay, spending any of those on movement?
Yes.
Yeah. How many of those?
3.
Okay. And you've got enough. I'm assuming that we're just going to tweak your aim, but yeah, we'll get that moved, get the rest of the movement phase done, and come back for some magic. Movement phase is complete. Steam Tank's gone crashing into the unit of ogres, as have the knights down into the Mornfang down here. Other stuff, crossbowmen have not got any targets, with the Lebutchers having legged it away, so they're wheeling around just to try and get some shots for the remainder of the battle. Demogryphs have shuffled backwards. Archers, I think, are probably going to try and get lucky with a Saber Tusk again. Takes us into the magic phase. Let's see how strong the winds of magic are. Okay, reasonable. Do you want to try your 2 channels? Oh, you got 1. I'll try mine. No. What spell are we casting first?
Throne of Vines.
Of course you are. How many dice thrown at this one?
3.
3. Let's cast. What's that? 9, 10, 11, 15. God damn it. It's going to be like most of my dice to get rid of that. We've got a lot left. I am going to try with 3. What have we got there? Can't see where that last one's gone. Oh, I think I've... Oh no, I'm 1 short. Ha! 9, 10, 14. It's cast. And I can't dispel with him anymore. Little fault that we have noticed is first time using a life wizard with the Steam Tank, and he is outside of 12 inches. We didn't think about that when they moved, so that's a point for Show to remember going forwards. So there's no wounds to be resurrected that way, but Throne of Vines is off. What are you going with next?
Regrowth.
Okay, who's that cast on?
Steam Tank.
Okay.
And do 3 dice.
Yeah, what's it? 10, 11, plus your 4, 6, 15. Cast on a 12. Gonna get you back up probably to full health. What else have you got? Not much. I've only got 2 dice. Is it worth dispel scrolling it? Yeah. I'm gonna dispel scroll that one. So, gone. Forget it. You still got dice left? Yeah, come on.
Flesh to Stone.
Okay, what's that one?
Steam Tank.
Yep.
2 dice.
It's an 8. That's what you cast. I'm just dispelling it. Naked. No, that one's gone, which with Throne of Vines is putting him on +4 toughness, which is disgusting. Hellblaster Volleygun, which looks like it's lining up down here on this unit.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, do you want to grab that artillery dice? Let's see how many shots you get this time. We've got 10. Good start. Yep. Oh, okay. So we're halving. Oh, you can re-roll that with the engineer. So do you want to re-roll that one? Yep. So you're on 12 shots, and your final. Oh dear. Okay, so it's halved then, which takes you down to 6 shots coming in at me. 6 shots coming in, looking for 4s. Yeah. Perfectly statistically average. Strength 5, toughness 4, looking for 3s to wound. Ooh, 2 wounds that have gone through. At strength 5, it's armor piercing. It's enough to finish off that ogre. Okay, that cannon can't shoot this time because of its misfire on the previous turn. We've got 10 archers who are lining up on that saber tusk. Let's see if they can finish him off. Not quite is the answer. Only managed to secure 1 wound through on the saber tusk, so he is still alive and kicking. Takes us into combat. Which one do you want to do first?
Steam tank.
Yeah, okay. So you're getting D6 plus 3d3 impact hits if you're spending 3 steam points on it. So your d6 is 5, and then your 3d3 for extra ones. Oh, that's pretty good. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 12 impact hits coming in on the ogres. Looking for 2s to wound at strength 6, which is all of them.
Yep.
Yep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dead ogres. Ouch. That hurt a lot. So your engineer is the next highest initiative at initiative 3. Are you going to be using the steam gun?
I am indeed.
And spending your max 3 steam points on it?
Yep.
Okay. So it's 2d6 breath weapon hits. For 5. Okay. That could have been worse. And at 3 steam points, it takes you up to strength 4. 2, 3, yeah, strength 4. So you're looking for 4s to wound. 6 up save for these. I don't pass either of those. Ugh. That's another 2 wounds inflicted. Okay, and your engineer can make his lone little attack himself as well. And he... Oh, we should do my fear test. Sorry, I beg your pardon, because you do cause terror. Which I've passed, so, yeah. Your 4 hits. Can you wound me? Huh, you can. Typical. Is it enough to finish off an ogre? Parry save. Yep, he's finished off an ogre. That's frustrating, because that's a few more attacks back. Right, that's hurt. Let's see if I can do any damage swinging back at him. Due to the stupidly high toughness and 1+ armor save, I've not managed to do a single wound back, meaning that you've got like 16 points of combat res to my 1, so you're beaten by 15. But steadfast, it's a rule, and I've remembered it in this game because I have 1 complete rank. So I am steadfast because that's 1 more rank than you. So I'm leadership 9, re-rollable. Should be staying there. Oh dear, not with a box cars on the first roll. Come on, guys. Yeah, that's fine, because even if that's a 6. Yeah, so I'm staying put, but that unit has been absolutely decimated. Knights passed their fear test, managed to get 6 wounds through on the Mournfang. Puts me on a -3, put me on 5 ups, but I can parry with my Iron Fists. Looking for 5s. Oh, good. Passed 2. And 6s for my parry save. Oh, that's good. Passed another 2. So, 2 wounds down. One guy left on 1 wound. I think your horses are probably still a higher initiative than me. They are. That's insulting. Do you want to do your 5 horse attacks? These are hitting on 4s. Just the 1 hit. Okay, and you're going to be wounding on 5s. No. Between them, the ogres and the Mournfangs have managed to get 12 wounds back onto these knights. First 4 are from the riders, so these are on a -1, looking for 2 ups. Yeah, you've passed all 4 of those, fair enough. But then we've got 8 from the Mournfangs, which are on a -2, so these are looking for 3 ups. Only 2. Okay. 2 dead knights. Whoops. There's no stomps because of the sizes of us both. So looking at combat res on that one, you got 2 points for the wounds, 3 for charging, 4 for the standard. You remember that. And I got 2 for kills. That was it. So I lose by 2. We'll double check whether I'm in range of my general. I am, yes, just. And the BSB, so I can at least use his leadership. So it takes me down with the -2 to leadership 7, re-rollable. Not passed it first time. Come on, guys. Say yes, 6. I'm hanging firm in there. Okay, that takes us to the end of Empire. Turn 3. We're into the combat phase now, which is where the ogres prefer to be. Let's see what damage I can do in Ogre turn 3 coming up. There's no charges, mostly because I can't do any due to bad positioning by myself in the previous turn. The Iron Blaster can't charge the knights. He has to go into the front because of these. He's in their front arc, but there's no room, and Mournfang's overhang, so it's not like he can even clip, so he can't go in. And these guys, we've measured and twisted and measured. There's no way they can get into contact with the steam tank, as they have to use their free wheel to wheel away from him, and then they're going forward. They can't get in. So unless I charge the bruiser out, which I'm not going to do, there's no charges. On my compulsories, I've just got the lead belchers over on that flank to try and rally. Looking for 7. Oh, they've turned around. Brilliant. Get my movement done, work out how I'm going to get myself out of this mess. Movement complete. Iron Blasters moved forwards, lining up for a shot down into the big block of men. Saber-Tusker's positioned himself in front sacrificially, and the big unit of Iron Guts with the characters has rumbled forwards. These guys have rallied but can't do a whole much else. Into magic phase. Oh dear, it's not a particularly strong one. No, so I have 2 dice. Do you want to try your 2 channels? And you have 1 dice. Okay, don't think it's going to take me long to work out what spells I'm casting. And I'm, in fact, not going to cast anything. None of my spells are really going to make any difference. There's no point boosting their strength because you're still stupidly high with your +4 toughness. The stubborn, I'm not in combat or anything like that. I'm not too bothered. So I'm just going to try and get rid of Throne of Vines. Cast on an 8 with a +4. Yeah, 6, 10. So at least Throne of Vines has gone. Then we're going to come round into shooting. It's the Iron Blaster lined up. I'm lined up for the Battle Standard Bearer. So I'm going to go 8 inches from the front of his base so that an 8 would hit him. And I'm landing some 4 inches away from the front of his base. And I can have, yeah, oh well, there's no point re-rolling that. I'll take the 10. So I've hit him, and then I want to have gone through quite a few of your ranks. Take it you're going to have a look out, sir, on the BSB?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's passed it. So we'll double check how many that I've hit and get some dice rolled. 6 halberdiers killed by the bounce of the cannonball. Takes us through into combat, starting with the steam tank one. I'll take my fear test as you cause terror, which I have passed. Engineer has the highest initiative, so he gets his 1 attack, which he's missed with. Okay. I get my 12 attacks back into you. I'm hitting on 4s. And wounding on 6s because of your stupidly high toughness. No, not a single one in there. There's no stomps. That time I beat you by 1 for having the standard, but you're unbreakable, so you're not going anywhere. The knights passed their fear test, managed to get 5 wounds through, as did one of their steeds. So the knight saves first. These on a 3-up with the -1. Oh, I failed 2, which significantly is enough to finish off one of the Mournfang and put the other one down. And then the one from your steed, this is on a 2-up, which is passed. Total of 5 wounds inflicted by the riders and their Mournfangs. First ones are the 2 inflicted by the riders. These are saving on a 2-up. Pass them both. And then there's 3 wounds from the Mournfang saving on a 3-up, of which you pass all of them. Okay, that's not a good combat for me then there. You've got 2 points for the kills, 3 for the standard. I got none. So you've beaten me by 3. I'll have to double check. I think I probably moved my general out of range. Let's see what I get. I'm looking at potentially leadership 4. Whatever it is, 10 is definitely going to be a fail. Let's check if I'm within 12 of the BSB. And I am not within 12 of the BSB. So with that roll of a 10, I am broken and turning to flee. Take it that you're going to try and chase me down?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see how far I'm going. Oh, I'm making it a good effort for you with 11.
Here we go.
Ooh, not bad at 8, but I have made it away from you, but that flank is not looking too good for me now. Just rolled the panic test for the Iron Blaster after the unit here, the Mournfangs, broke. He's failed it. He does get the reroll for the BSB. Second time lucky. Yes, he stays there. Okay. Start of Empire turn 4. A couple of charges.
Absolutely.
What are we doing?
We're going Demigriffs into Iron Guts.
Yeah, we've had a look and we think they can fit in. It is a front arc with the free wheel to come in here because you can get within the inch of the Saber-Tusk and close. You're not going to get all 3 in, but you're still going to end up around here. So I think that is a doable charge. I've probably just gone a little bit too far forward. And
My knights are on the chase.
Yeah, going down for the Mournfang. Okay, Mournfang I have to flee with. I'm going to be holding with that unit there. Mournfang I have to flee. Let's see how far I'm going. Again, I am on my way at... What's that? Another 11 inches. Let's see. I take it you're not going to try and redirect. You've got no one you can redirect into. So you need a pretty big roll here. 9. I think you will have caught me because you're going to get +7 on that anyway. And it doesn't look like there's 7 inches between us. But I think that will have been run down. Do you want to roll for... Oh, we'll leave those dice there so remember for them. Do you want to roll for the Demigriffs?
Absolutely.
Don't know what you need for this one, but... yeah, a 10 is definitely going to be enough to get them in. Movement phase is complete. The Inner Circle Knights did manage to run down the Mournfang past the leadership test for their reform. The Demigriffs have gone in. Said the way that they could come in at this angle, whoops, and then they could get within an inch of the Saber-Tusk. He clips at the front on his front corner and then the pivot in. So that's how they've made it in there. Archers have moved forwards just to bring the Wizard within 12 of the steam tank. And the big unit of Howarders have just shuffled backwards ever so slightly and then we're a little bit forward to line themselves up down on that unit. We'll do the steam points on your steam tank next. It's a little bit out of sequence, but wanted to film it. So guess you're going to go for... How many?
4.
4 steam points. Okay. Yeah, you're fine with that one. And I'm pretty sure it's in the movement phase that you get to do the grinding of the wheels. So are you going to do... How many points are you spending on grinding
3.
me? 3. Okay. 4 strength 6 hits from the grinding wheels coming in. Yep, that's 4 more that go through. I don't get any kind of save on that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That unit is getting whittled down. That's it for movement then. We'll go into the magic phase. What have we got? 8. Okay, see if you can do your channels. Oh, you do. Well done. Can I get mine? No. Magic phase, what are we starting with?
Throne of Vines.
Of course you are. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, +4, 13. I hate this spell so much. Once again, I failed to dispel it with 5, 9. So that one's gone off. I take it your lore attribute is going on the steam tank.
Absolutely.
Put him back up to 8. What are you doing next?
Next is Flesh to Stone.
Who's that going on?
Demigriffs.
Demigriffs, okay. How many dice do you think this one?
3, 4, sorry.
4. Yeah, I mean, that's well and truly gone off. I have got no chance of dispelling that with 2, needing a double 6. Okay, let that one go. Take it again, your lore attribute down onto the steam tank.
Absolutely.
Okay, how many dice you got left?
2.
2, what are you going with?
Earthblood.
Okay, that's on his unit, isn't it? Yeah. 4, you even cast it? Yes, you have. Might as well try and dispel that. Hey, there's my box cars. I should have rolled that for your blooming Flesh to Stone. Never mind. In the shooting phase, archers managed to pick off the Saber-Tusk. Only one of them managed to hit, given that they were stood about 3 feet away from him, but that one hit managed to wound on a 5 and finished him off. Hellblaster volley gun. Only target it's got is the Iron Blaster.
Yes.
Okay. Operation Overkill, I think, here. Let's see how it's doing. Oh, that was... Where have you gone? Hidden behind the bauble that we shouldn't even have on a Warhammer table. 8. 18. And 22. Nice. 22 shots, looking for 4s. And wounding on 5s. That is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's plenty. He's dead. Combat! Engineer has swung, managed to hit and wound, but I saved it. He's used his last remaining steam point for the breath weapon. Didn't get any wounds, given it's only strength 2. I've got 9 hits coming back in. I passed my fear test. Not that you would have thought it, looking at that. 1. Looking for a 6 to wound. Hey, it's a wound on a -1. Looking for a 2-up save. Naturally. Okay. You didn't actually cause any wounds to me then. I don't think the grinding wheels count towards combat res, but you're unbreakable. Coming around onto this combat, I have made way with my general. Might not have been the most tactically sound option, but he's fed up of watching his army get chopped to bits by this Empire force and wants a bit of the action himself. Demogryphs themselves have the highest initiative. It does mean that with the only 2 that have managed to get in base to base, all the attacks either have to go into the champion or the general. So Shell's decided to split them 50-50. Do the 3 demogryph attacks going into my bruiser first. 2 of them hit. Your strength 5, toughness 5, 4s to wound. No wounds. Okay. And the 3 going into the unit champion. These do hit on 3s though. And wounding on 2 3s. General has swung back with his sword of striking, managed to get 4 hits, which translated into 4 wounds. Looking for 3-up saves. So 2 failed. Okay, 2 wounds done. Not enough to kill somebody, but it's a start. Your riders are the same initiative as all these guys as well, actually. So do you want to do your first rider going on to the general, who misses, and your rider going on to the champion has hit. Can he wound? Strength 6 with his lance. Yes, he can. There's no save for me on that one, so my champion is down a wound. I then get 3 from my Slaughtermaster. 1 more save now on a 2-up, which is failed. It's enough to finish off the night. Thank you very much. And then it's going to be Great Weapons. Great Weapons have managed to get 4 wounds back onto these demigryphs. Looking for 4+ saves. Oh, that's a pretty good roll. You only just lose 1 more wound. Again, there's no stomps or anything to go on here. I think I've beaten you on that combat. I've got 4 for the wounds, 5, 6 for rank, 7, 8 for the 2 standards. You got 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. 1 for the wound on the champion, 2 for the charge. I've beaten you by 6. You're going to be needing a good roll here. That is not it, but you are within 12 inches of the BSB, so you get a second chance. No, turning around and fleeing. I am definitely going to be running after you. How far are you going? 9 inches. Okay. Before we move then, there's some panic tests to do here. Start with your archer blob. Yeah, they're holding fast. And the unit of halberdiers. Ooh, no. Reroll with your BSB though. Yes, they're holding fast too. And my all-important overrun, looking for the 9 to cut them down. No, it's a 6. I've not cut them down. That is hopefully going to be enough to contact in here. And as the demogryphs are chased by the big unit of Iron Guts, they make contact with the archers first. I was hoping that I might sort of clip both units simultaneously, but not to be. Just the archers who formed up around that wizard. I think his days are numbered now. But that takes us to the end of Empire turn 4. It's going to be Ogre Kingdoms turn 4 coming up. Ogres turn 4, there's no charges, there is just a rally to try and do for that lone guy over there, though he's pretty much out of the game. He does manage to turn around. These guys are obviously all locked in combat now, so we'll go straight through into the winds of magic. Not blowing brilliantly for me there with a 6. Can I channel? No, I can't. Let's try her channels and have a think what spells I'm going to cast. Going for a 6 dice Troll Guts boosted. Try and give the guys up there a bit of help as well with a 4-up regen. Yeah, definitely cast. 6, 10, 24. You got 5 dice.
Dispel scroll.
Ah, I forgot that you still had one of those. Okay, so that doesn't go off. I've got no dice left to try and get rid of Throne of Vines either, which is going to remain in play, although I think the wizard's about to be killed. Got no shooting this time, so we'll come back for combat. On this one, I passed my fear test. Engineer swung, did nothing. I've swung back, managed to get 2 wounds inflicted on it. 2 up save, though. So, can I do anything? No. Brave Empire Archers managed to inflict 1 wound on the unit champion, and in return were butchered to a man. And with the stomp attacks at the end, even managed to get a wound through on the wizard. He is on a Snake Eyes to stay there. Rerollable with the BSB, but no, not first time round. Can he do it the second? No, he can't. I am, of course, going to be turning and chasing him as well. Let's do the panic test first for this unit of halberdiers. See if they're going. 9. I think you're probably going to be okay with that. How far is your wizard running then? I'm, of course, chasing after him. He's got 8. That is definitely catchable. Yes, 10. Wizard's gone. I've made it into combat with your big block as well. Empire turn 5. We don't have any charges, but we have the steam points to do. How many are you going for?
4.
Okay, as always. Yeah, you've got that, and I guess you're going to be spending 3 straight away to try and grind me again.
I have indeed.
Okay, I'll just put you 1 on there. Yeah, 3d3. Let's see how many you get. 1, 4, 6. Not bad. Strength 6, toughness 4, 2s to kill. Yeah, so that is 1, 2. 2 finishes him off. And then leaving just a standard bearer left in that unit now. Things looking pretty bleak for him. Other compulsories will try and rally your demigryphs over there. I think they should 8. Yeah, they are going to turn around. There is a magic face because the Art Lector can do his battle prayers. Shell's got a total of 9 power dice to my 5 dispel. He's got his 3 prayers. Which one are you trying to do first?
Hammer Sigma.
Okay, how many dice are you throwing at that one?
4.
Yep, it's cast on a 3, so it's fairly easy to cast. Question is whether you can get enough for me to dispel it. So you're on 15. I'm going to try... Ooh, dear me. Yeah, I don't want you to have the reroll to wounds. Yeah, that one is dispelled. You're going to try and cast another one?
I have. Shield of Faith.
Yeah. Throw in all your remaining dice for that one.
No, it's 5.
Yeah, that one's gone off. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't have any dice left. So they have a 5-up ward in combat. Only shooting is the Great Cannon, which has got an incredibly long shot down there. Its max range is 48. The lone guy is 55 inches away, which is pretty much perfectly 7 inches from his base, which is what you wanted. So, how far do you overshoot? I'm shooting the big full 48. Oh no! Probably should have not even bothered trying to shoot it. It's a 2. So the Great Cannon is destroyed with that very eager shot. Demogryphs passed their panic test for the unit being destroyed so close to them. Combat here, Engineer swung, hasn't done anything himself. He's then unleashed the Strength 2 breath weapon, got 11 hits. Looking for 6s to kill, or to wound. 2. I'll borrow your dice. I do get 5 up. No. 2 wounds done. Putting my lowly... standard bearer on 1 wound left. We'll get his 3 attacks now. I've passed my fear test. We rolled for that at the start. 2. Need those 6s again, please. No. I am going to be issuing a challenge.
I'm accepting it with the Art Lector.
Okay, we'll get those 2 facing up and have a fight. So we are midway through the combat here. The Halberdiers passed their fear test with the leadership 9. The first one to swing was the BSB. He managed to get a single wound through. Halberdiers then managed to get another 2 and have finished off one of the Ogres. The Slaughtermaster my BSB and the other ogres have fought back, managed to get 5 wounds through. That Shield of Faith coming in handy for the 5-up wards. So I've still got stomps left to do, but it's going to be the challenge that we're doing next. I am swinging first, as you have a great weapon. So I've got 4 attacks, hitting you on 2s due to being a high weapon skill and the Sword of Striking. Strength 5, toughness 4 is 3s to wound. 3 wounds that have gone through at -2. You've got a 1-up armor save, so it's 3 3-up saves to keep him alive. Oh, look at that.
That's nice.
Arch Lecter swung back and didn't manage to do anything, rolling 1s for his wounds. Can I stomp him to death? Well, not to death, but to a wound at least. Yes, it's a wound. -2, so he's still on a 3-up. Another 6. Well done. Get my stomps done on the rest of the unit. There's just 1 because of how we're lined up there. Which at strength 4, toughness 3 is not enough to wound. Okay, let's work out the combat res. So the combat was surprisingly close there, actually. The ogres have won it, but only by 2 points. The halberdiers are steadfast, having that nice big bus formation with all the ranks, and thanks to the BSB, they get like a Lizardman style leadership. So looking for leadership 9 on your 2 lowest, yeah, which is a 4. So you've passed that. You are staying there for another round, and our challenge will continue. And that is the end of the turn. Ogres turn 5. There were no charges. The lead butcher's marched back up. He couldn't get in range with his gun anyway. Everything else is already stuck in combat. Rolled for the Winds of Magic. Managed to get a boxcars. So finally, plenty of power dice to play with. I'm going to start by trying to 3 dice spine marrow on my own unit to make me stubborn, which on a 10, 14 is cast. Are you going to let that one go?
Yes.
Okay. We'll have that. Do I get my lore attribute? Yes, I do. So I want a +5 for my next spell, which is going to be Bull Gorger on this guy here. Let's just see if I can do some wounds to the tank with him. Going to 3 dice it, which, oh no, irresistibly cast. Okay, well, it's gone off. Means he's got a slight chance of potentially doing a wound to it also, if I can. What have I done on the miscast? It's a 5. The Calamitous Detonation did 6 wounds through on the ogres themselves. It's 2 ogres that were killed, 1 wound taken on the bruiser. The wizard himself managed to pass his with his ward save, and the BSB, he rolled a 1 to wound, which was lucky enough. We lose d6 dice from the pool now. I've got 6 left. Oh no, 2 left. That somewhat scuppers my plans for the big troll guts. I mean, I'll try and 2 dice a non-boosted troll guts, which on a 7, I do get my lore attribute still from the other one for the +1. So yeah, that goes off on a 12. But with you throwing 6 dice at it, I mean, I don't think I've really got much chance of keeping this one. But let's say no. Midway through combat, this one over here, neither of us managed to do anything to each other, even with my +1 strength, still couldn't do any wounds on that infernal tank. Over here, the BSB and halberdiers managed to do 4 wounds through, which was enough to kill an ogre. The lack of hatred this time, as that's obviously worn off, has stung them a little bit. And in return, my Slaughtermaster, BSB, and ogres in the front, including a stomp, which we've done already, have managed to get 5 wounds back through. Means all we've got left to do is the challenge. I'm still swinging first. Oh dear, 2 1s. That wasn't part of the plan. Whoops, there goes a tree. Wounding on 3s. Yep, so we've got 2 at 3 up. Oh, you failed both of them. You have a luck stone, so you can re-roll 1 of them. Oh no, so he's still taken 2 wounds. I'm pretty sure your Arc Lecter comes with 3. He's got 1 wound remaining. Can he make me pay for it? I've got 3 wounds. It's not enough to kill me with what he's got, but he does have 2 hits. Your strength 6, looking for 3s to wound. Yep, 1 wound through. Very nice. I'm on a 6-up save, to avoid the wound, which I fail. Can't parry because I've got a magic weapon. So you put him down to 2. Combat res that time. I think it's fairly close again, you know. I've got... Oh, my stomp. Can I finish you with a stomp? Yes, it's enough to wound. Looking for a 3-up save to keep him alive. Hey! The general is slain, squished underneath the foot of an ogre. That's him gone. Oh, so there's no magic at all for you guys now. Combat res, let's have a calculate on that one. The ogres have won by 2 points of combat res again. But the Empire are still steadfast, and they've still got that BSB for the Lizardman style leadership, which they can re-roll. Ownership 8 now, but yeah, 3. You've easily passed it. You're staying in there. That is the end of Empire turn... Sorry, Ogres turn 5. It's going to be Empire turn 6, final turn of the game, coming up. Empire turn 6, the charge was the Demogryphs who've gone back into the unit of Ogres. It all comes down to breaking that unit, really. Over to the steam tank, generating its steam points. How many are you going for?
4 again.
Oh, of course you are. Okay, let's see if your boiler holds out. 6, yes it does. And you're going to be spending 3 to grind me.
Indeed.
Okay, 3d3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Looking for 2s. Yeah, that's enough to finish him off. Gone. Okay. Very nice. There's other movement. We've done that already. Was the knights who have moved forwards. They can't really play any more impact on the game. There's no shooting. Crossbowmen can't see anybody. And the Hellblaster has no targets either. Takes us straight back round into combat down for this one. I'm going to start it by issuing another challenge with my general. Are you going to accept?
Yes.
Okay. With the BSB or with the champion?
The champion.
Okay. Get those ones lined up and we'll get some combat done this side. So this pivotal combat, the Demogryphs have charged in. They got to attack first, hit the champion. That was the only guy they were in base to base with. Managed to finish him off. The BSB and Halberdiers, they managed to only get 1 more wound through. So they got 2 wounds done at the minute. Ogres, Slaughtermaster, BSB have all swung back, managed to get 5. I've got these 2 guys over on this side who can now hit the Demogryphs. That's who we're going for. There's no fear test, so I'm looking for 4s to hit. Wow, 1. And it's a wound at -3. Puts you on a 4-up save, which you failed. Oh, takes him down another wound. Takes me up to 6 wounds that I've inflicted so far. Now it's time for the challenge. Can your lowly unit champion survive this? Hitting him on 2s, thanks to my Sword of Striking. I still managed to roll a 1. 3 hits, and strength 5. He is very, very dead with 2 points of bonus overkill. Giving me a total of 9 for the kills. I've got 1 stomp to do down from the guy on that side, which is another kill. Taking me to 10 points for the kills. I think I've decimated you on this one, haven't I? So combat res, I've got 10, 11, 12 for the standards, 13 for the ranks. You've got 2 for standards. 3 for charging, 4, 5 for rank. So I've beaten you by a long way. However, that Halberdier unit still remains steadfast due to having the higher number of ranks. So with a leadership test on an 8. Yep, lowest one for the captain in there. So they passed that on a 5. The other guys, however, your Demogryphs are most certainly not steadfast. They need a snake eyes. Nope. But they do get the reroll still for having the BSB there. Ooh, very, very close, but not quite. They're going to turn and run. I can't chase you or do anything because I'm still going to be stuck in combat, but at least they're gone. 10 inches, won't be able to take them off the board, but it'll be victory points for me at the end. And then we're going to come on to the final turn of the game. Turn 6 for the Ogres. Can I finally break this Halberdier unit? Ogres turn 6. I don't exactly have a whole lot left. The lead belcher over there has run forward. He will be in range for the shooting. Big unit obviously still stuck in combat here. Winds of Magic. It's an 8. Can I get a channel? No, I can't. Okay, I'm going to try and go 4 dice or 5 dice on Troll Guts. Don't miscast again, please. Hey, good. So it's on a 10, 16, 20. We're going to try and dispel that one.
Yes.
Okay, it's not a bad effort there. What are we on? 9, 10, 16, 17. Not quite. Trollguts has gone off, so I've got the regen on that squad. Do I get my lore attribute? Yes, I do. Not that he's lost any wounds, but it's an important +1 on my next. I'm going to go for... Oh, I don't know. I don't really need the strength. We'll go for Spine Marrow, just to try and... yeah, that one's easily cast. Makes me stubborn, which hopefully I'm not going to need. Lore attribute. Oh no, take the strength 6 hit. Which fails to wound, thankfully. So my Bruiser is continuing his rampage through the characters issued on the challenge, which was accepted by the only remaining character, the BSB. Everybody else on this combat has now fought. Halberdiers didn't manage to get any wounds through thanks to Troll... Well, they got the wounds, but Troll Guts, I managed to shrug them. And in return, I've managed to kill 7 back. Down to the BSB. He's got a higher initiative than my general. He's got 3 attacks. Can he finish me off? Hitting on 4s.
Here we go.
He can't not enough to finish me. You've only got 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 5. Looking for a 5 to wound. No wound there. Can I make it a hat trick of characters slain? Hitting on 3s with Sword of Striking. Strength 5, toughness 4, 3s to wound. Oh no, it's only 1 wound on a -2, which is a fail. So 1 wound done on him, and I will try and stomp you just like I stomped those before you. Strength 5, toughness 4, no, 2's not enough. So the stomp doesn't finish him. We've then got 2 stomps for the rest of the unit into the Halberdiers. Yes. No, the 2 won't because it's done at base strength, not with the great weapon. So it's just 1 more who is slain, putting me at 8 for kills, 9 for rank, 10 and 11 for standards. You've got 1, 2, 3. You've lost by 8. You're not steadfast this time, but you do still get a re-rollable there. You're looking for a Snake Eyes, which you can re-roll on this. Not first time round, second time lucky. Oh, you've done it! They are staying there. That bloomin' heck. Right, well done, Halberdiers. It's that BSB. If only I could have finished him off, eh? So they're staying it. They are stuck in combat. The combat draws on and on and on as darkness descends over the battlefield. And that is the end of the game. Although clearly these 2 units are going to keep fighting on. I think looking at it bigger picture style, Ogres are not really in a good position. There's a pretty much full health steam tank ready to turn around and charge them in the rear. Big unit of inner circle knights. Still got the crossbowmen and the artillery down here. But there's a lot of points in that unit. So we're going to work out the victory points and see who's come out on top. And at the end of turn 6, this is what remains of both the armies. The Ogres clearly in a worse state than the Empire, although that unit of Halberdiers has been butchered down to only 9 remaining. But it's all down to victory points on this one. And Empire scored a total of 765 victory points. The Ogres managed to get 819, meaning that there's a difference of only 54 victory points between these 2 sides after 6 turns. That's including all the bonuses for the captured standards where applicable and the slaying of the general, the Arc Lector, etc. 54 points is all that separates them, so it is classified as a draw. If the game had continued, I think it obvious that the Ogres would have been run down. That steam tank, the Knights, still to do a lot of damage, but That big Gut Star unit, it is worth so many points for this Ogre army, and it did the business today, really. Some poor manoeuvring on my part early on, but once they managed to get stuck in combat, they just chewed their way through everything, and that general in front, my bruiser, did a fantastic job carving his way through characters and champions, etc. So a draw after all that, but there we go. Hope that you enjoyed watching that one. As always, please like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned to us for more content coming soon. And a very Merry Christmas.